store championship. You said you're going to all these store championships, aren't you, Steve?
I'm going to try to go as many as I can, but there's some store champs on there that are like 4 hours away. I wouldn't be caught dead doing that.
Yeah, like what's your max driving distance right now? Because we go over this every season, and then we always make the mistake and regret it anyway.
It's like 3 hours at the most.
Yeah.
It's like 2 hours for myself, 3 hours. Oh, what the?
Hello, adventurer! Have you come to the Grand Archive for careful study? Yes? Well, you're in the right place for knowledge on the world of Cambria and beyond. Come with me, and we'll get you started.
We're back with more careful study, and it's all three of us this time. Hello, I'm David Morris, and this is...
I'm Corbin.
I'm Steven. You know me.
Are you main deck, Corbin? Are we all main deck now? Main deck David, main deck Steve-O?
Technically, yeah.
The New Jersey people are going to give me shit if I don't say I'm main deck Steve-O because I'm no longer team Steve-O. I blame you guys because everyone else at locals is like, yeah, we're part of main deck now. I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'm going to have to.
Because you very much prided yourself in being like, I'm a
lone wolf, yeah. Yeah. Do it all on my own and I still make it happen.
Yeah. Now you're on a team.
And I still don't make it happen.
No, the only one who made it to Worlds is this guy right here.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Congrats again.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
There's that meme. I think it's got like Arthur's hand from, I forget the name of the show, but whatever.
The
clenched
the
fist.
PBS show.
Yeah, the PBS show.
Oh, from Arthur.
Yeah, is that the name of the show?
It's called Arthur.
I didn't watch it growing up. But it's just a clenched fist, and it's just like, that's great. I'm happy for you.
And
so
next year, it'll be both of us doing that to David.
Yeah, David's going to be the one that goes to Worlds. His progress in training is going pretty well. I know you hate playing Luxom, but...
Oh, God. Yeah, let's talk a little bit about that, Luxom. So I've kvetched nonstop about how I really do not enjoy playing Luxom. I don't because I feel like I'm just like, all right, Drucker. All right, go ahead. All right, Drucker. All right, go ahead. I'm playing on our turn. And I'm just like, this is... It did exactly what you said it was going to do, though. It made me focus entirely on what my opponent was playing and what my opponent was doing, as opposed to me typically just unga bunga, going burn. I couldn't do that because I had nothing to burn.
Maybe Luxom's the same thing. You play Striking Illuminants and Lightweavers and hit them for like 35.
I mean, yeah, but you do that on but you do that at turn 13 with 10 minutes left in the round and win game 1.
Play faster.
Yeah.
It's my opponent. I'm blaming my opponent.
Well, either way, though, I know there were a lot of times, at least early on, when I told you to start playing Luxom, that you felt like you weren't getting anywhere. Or I don't want to say getting anywhere, but you're like, I hate this. You know, I lost this. And then Corbin and I would come over and be like, no, you're missing this line and this line.
You're just bad.
Did those? Yeah, but like, did that help when we were going over details on that?
I don't always, when it comes to these games, I don't necessarily immediately go like, I have aha moments, but a lot of my aha moments come from either watching someone else do it or having it explicitly pointed out to me. I don't necessarily, I'm not usually one of those persons who just figure it out. And I need someone to kind of be like, oh, but here's your line right here, and you could do that. And when someone usually points out the line to me, that is something that just sticks for me. Or if I ever something up, I don't forget that again. Like when you showed me the proper way to do Striking Illuminance, I did not forget that again. But me just reading the card, it didn't immediately click to me that, oh, this is going to stack every time I reveal each time. That didn't click immediately until you pointed it out. And once you pointed it out, the whole thing was different for me.
When you're playing the Luxom list, are you at least realizing or getting more aha moments? Because the issue isn't so much that, you know, like I could teach you every like blatant line like Luxom.
That won't work. Like you could just like giving me a list of all the lines wouldn't work. I have to see it in the moment.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like even if I showed it to you, like I can show you the main things of like a double Lightweaver's play or the Lightweaver's Striking Illuminance, which those are very bare bones plays.
And I already knew those because this guy killed me with that all the time.
Yeah, so you're used to it. The main reason I'm having you play Luxom is because it forces you to think like 3 or 4 steps ahead on what the stack will look like and what you need to do to survive anything or put yourself in a position to kill them.
Oh,
that's why I'm asking if you have more aha moments, because that's why I had you play it.
I did, and there was a couple of times where like the stack got huge, and to the point where I would I think my moment of clarity was when I was like, oh, that is lethal, but if I play this, it's not going to kill him, but it will reveal my memory and heal me back up. So I'll have 1 life left. And that's the only way I live. And then as a good player I drew another Lightweavers off the top, and then I killed him.
That's how you know you're a good player.
That's how you know you're a good player.
That's never punished.
That's good that it's working for you. Like I said, the main reason I had you play it is because that is a fundamental skill, and the viewers as well, I recommend playing Luxom just because it forces you to learn those lines. It is a fundamental skill to understand what your opponent is doing, what they are playing, what their strengths and weaknesses are of their deck, which we've talked about in the podcast before. If you ever feel like a deck is too strong, play it. You'll realize where its weaknesses are. And then figure out what they can do. What is the reach of the current game state? That's not something you can teach. And honestly, if anyone's doing any coaching or if anyone's doing any palling around, or you guys are trying to train or anything, there's nothing I think that anyone can do to teach you the reach that every single deck has, because that reach changes by a case-by-case, game-by-game scenario, which is why I can't give you all the lines. You have to understand and figure out what's in the meta, what's being played, and what their reach is if I was in their shoes playing with cards in their hand.
Well, the other thing is now after playing it, and we've said this many times before, once you play the deck and then you play against it, you now know all those possibilities that are going to happen, and it comes a little easier. You're like, okay, I know exactly what they can do right now. Okay. I feel that the other thing, it's actually coming from someone who has played so much aggro, and I got to finally play my aggro deck again today after a month of Luxom, and it did make me approach it differently, depending on who I was playing against. I didn't just unga bunga swing for the fences and pray to God I had it all down. There were times when I'm like, no, I'm going to hold back. I'm going to wait. I'm going to be a little bit patient. Patience is hard when you can burn their face in. But if they disrupt you just a little bit, your game's over.
Yeah.
And, especially when you're fire and you have very little defense, you need to make sure that you're playing around as much of their disruption as possible.
What was you lost only 1 round this locals, right?
Yeah, I lost to Braden.
Oh, that's right, win series. And he high rolled you, or not high rolled, he got lucky, right? Off the top? Or?
I'm not going to say. Yeah, he drew a command off the top.
Good player.
Yeah, good player. Yeah, good player. Rather lucky than good.
Yeah, he had 1 life left. Yeah, I couldn't finish it off. He kept disrupting me in ways that I knew he could. But Braden is also sometimes a very unpredictable player.
That's a fact. Yeah.
And he went with some bizarre ass lines that paid off for him. Like he DG'd up to from Spirit to 1 because he just needed to get there, and he knew that if he did not, I was going to kill him very quickly. And that was smart it seemed like it was a disadvantaged play, but he knew he had to reach to get those quest counters to bring out Seiryu as fast as possible. And it worked out for him. It gave him the extra turn, plus, drawing that card off the top. But no, it was very good. And, he always prepares for aggro because he's played into me so many times and he hates it. So he's very much prepared for aggro. I'm not sure who he hates playing against more, you or me. Because he curses your name all the time.
He does not like playing against me.
That's because you high roll everybody. This guy's been on a high roll streak playing Merlin for the past month and a half. It's unreal.
It's like, oh shit, look, Ryle, Liminal Guide,
and a float.
Yeah. Oh man, good player.
Yeah.
And then it's like, and
then I played Braden, and it was triple Liminal, triple Ryle, triple Pendragon, triple Fireball.
Jesus, fuck.
He's just a kid.
But that's how things go against Braden. Against everyone else is a little bit more tame than that.
So, I don't know. Every time you're down to 2 cards in your influence, and right off the top is always a Pendragon. Every single time, and then you're drawn to another Pendragon.
Yeah, good player.
I thought of a genius idea for Fractals to beat Winserio. the seal that lets you play all the elements and Snaring Fumes. Can you imagine his face?
Oh my god, gross. So yes, I feel that it was very good, but I also find it very amusing that this particular meta is now going to be so Wild West. It's kind of like very difficult to narrow down something that isn't very aggressive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I might very well just be playing I might very well be playing Aggro deck. What do you got there?
Product placement.
Oh, product placement. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at that.
I bought a box of DOA today.
Oh shit! Yeah, look at that DOA. We're gonna open this at the end of the podcast. So stick around for the end, and see if Steve hits anything good or if it's a complete bunk box.
It's DOA. Everything's good in there.
Yeah. I mean, we were talking about prices earlier. Like, I don't know if it's just, that's actually another thing to talk about is the player base. Because obviously the player base drives the prices because supply and demand. What is it? Arthur's still at like $60. Ghost is probably close to $80 now. I think I remember looking up Ghosts 2 weeks ago, and it was like $80 or $90 a card.
Yeah.
This was back when like this set just came out and everyone was big on the Crux Knight and Merlin.
I think a piece of it too, though, is that DOA is now out of print, like officially.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like they're not doing anything anymore, right?
Correct. Yeah.
They're gonna have to reprint some stuff from it. I mean, more Arthur, Ghost, Dream Fairy, Gildas. Well, Gildas is kind of falling out of meta at the moment.
Yeah.
But
Frostborn Paladin.
Paladin. Oh my lord. It's. I guess that depends on meta because Lightweaver's Assault, like it's like Tristan, like not a lot of people like playing certain decks. So
I mean, people should have just gotten their regional invites for Lightweavers, right?
True.
Well, they did reprint Ghosts in the CPR because
and then even FTC Fracturize, like
is now up to $30.
It's just going to keep going up.
I'm crossing my fingers that there's a Fracturize reprint in the next.
I'm honestly debating.
There better be.
I'm debating bringing all my Fracturizes for Boston, maybe Niagara, and selling out of those staples in the hopes and assumption they're reprinting it in PTN.
And then they don't in Waters meta. And
then I'm like, maybe I'll sell everything but the 4 just for the main deck.
I think I still have 2 play sets of Fracturize, so I have
like 6 Fracturizes. That's it.
I pulled out my extras this morning.
Yeah, I might dump a play set of those.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm hoping that we see reprints of Pendragon and Arthur. We do also have the core what are they capstone set that there's coming up. So I'm hoping we see reprints. That would
be a good point for reprints. Yeah,
and I'm actually kind of hoping that because it's going to be all the planes or dimensions of existence coming together. I kind of want to see like these characters that we've seen from other planes of existence like Cambria and stuff, but maybe give them titles that would exist in another one. So you can imagine like Arthur, King of Hearts, or something like that.
Ooh, that would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool.
Or Jack of Hearts, if he doesn't want to be married to the queen. But yeah, you could see them playing around with some fun stuff like that, so then it does kind of make more sense for these characters to exist in other planes, and seeing these unique allies have new names like some of the champions have. I'd also like to see some of these uniques also kind of brought up to champion status,
like a Crimson Tier or something, or like Carter being a
I think that would be cool.
I remember when DOA and FTZ came out, everyone wanted Arthur to be a champion.
That would be fantastic.
Arthur into Uther or Arthur just level any of those. I'm a big fan of like OG Warrior Knights.
Hate to tell you, but Uther's dead.
Yeah, there's still a possibility, right? Like it's a fantasy world. Necromancy.
Isn't he the one riding Pendragon in the CPR?
Oh, it is. Hear me out. Uther is literally the Lich King in Grand Archive. Imagine an undead warrior knight theme that just uses using the ephemerate, except they're undead.
Oh, he better not be a Spectre.
No. He'd be a Spectre. He'd be like a necromancer, like zombies and stuff. They wouldn't have like a Spectre tag.
He better not have a Spectre.
Either way, though, that would. My ideas to yours, Weems. You're welcome.
Yeah.
You got one stand for it. That's all you need to know.
Yes. So there's a lot of staples that need to be reprinted because DOA is out of print. FTC is essentially out of print. I know there was like a ton of it still out in the wild, but we don't have any at this store.
I mean, one of the big factors driving it is the player base being as popular or growing as much as it is, and like we mentioned before, the Wild West meta.
Oh my!
I mean, it is all over the place. It is honestly all over the place. I don't think we just had 3 major events that happened, finished up this morning because it's SEA.
Those
OCE.
regionals, yeah.
And I think Kuala Lumpur had 250 participants. The online regional had, I think, 80. And then what was the third one? It was Cake Online, or
no? It was the Fable Online one. Was the 80-person one?
Yeah.
There was a third one. I forget. I didn't actually take a look at that one.
Yeah, I didn't look at that one either.
But we've had 3 major events, and if the 250-person event is obviously a better statistic or metric.
Yeah.
And if that tells you anything, the top 32, it is like everything. You've got aggro, you've got all different kinds of level 3 strats. You've got Guoja, Luxom, Crux, with the new seal list that's been going around. You have allies that are in there. I think Water Allies took it down. You've got everything. So this is one of the most open metas I think we've ever had. HVN felt like it was going to be an open meta, and then people figured out fractals, and everyone was like, "Well, shoot."
And Genbu.
And Genbu, yeah, but that took time to get to that point, and maybe we're in that right now. But this still feels really wide. I know, at least in my testing, there's nothing that I like. Full disclosure, there's nothing that I can sit here and say I've got in my back pocket that's like, this is the best deck in the format. I've got something no one else does.
Yeah, like there's no Burst Asunder this format.
Yeah, there's no Burst Asunder this format. Well,
or 3 visits.
I mean, there is a Burst
There is a Burst Asunder.
Fractals still exist. I mean,
you can still do that.
I just played Fractals and Locals and just 2-0'd everybody, and then played against this guy. Got high rolled. I will say, as much as you did high roll me both those games, they were literally like razor thin. Yep. You needed exactly to either go first or draw Regal Inquisition, and even then, it's like I could have drawn into it and just won anyway.
I mean, so this brings up a really interesting point. When you have such a wide open meta, like, how do you prepare your sideboard? Like, at that point, it's just kind of like, well, I have to shore up my weaknesses, right?
I just think to the shorts videos that you do, and it always says at the end, as always, sideboard to your local meta. It's like, well, what if your local meta is all over the place?
Have a stack of 25 cards and be like, well, I'm going to try everything and see what sticks.
I think the general, like, good cards in, like, that can affect multiple decks have more versatility then.
Yeah.
Compared to something where, like, you can't plan to target something specific like fractals. Like the Win Luxom decks who played 12 sideboard cards for
I'm having war flashbacks as we speak.
It has to be something that, like, you know, hits a variety of things or shores up your main deck. Like, I know my main deck currently is teched for allies, but allies currently aren't anywhere. So, like, stuff that I can bring in place of that.
Yeah.
Well, you say that now, but we're noticing allies creeping back in again through these regionals and whatnot. So I think it's going to be a tug of war given pull.
Yeah, there's a couple interesting ally builds. I mean, Wind Allies is always going to be a thing, you know, and the Wind Allies that's Lorraine but plays a whole bunch of ranged units is popping up. We've seen that in a bunch of places. You put together something for that, or was that someone else?
No, I think we took a list.
Yeah, we took a list.
Yeah. For those that don't know, there's a new Wind Allies Lorraine list going around that abuses the new Distortion Through the Looking Glass card, the Ranger Boots.
Ranger Strides.
That card has, on Banish, you can target, I think it target Ranger unit, right?
Ranger unit.
And it gives it ranged 4. Well, if you play the Cheshire Cat, you can also sacrifice the cat. So even without the cat, it's a lot, but you super juice a ranged unit with range, make it distant, swing for, let's say, 8, because it's got ranged 1 inherently, and then you slap a ranged 4 on it.
Then you restand it.
Yeah, and then you restand it.
You can also just make Dilu ranged.
Yeah, you can also just make Dilu a ranged... Oh, it doesn't have to be... Is he a ranger unit?
He's a ranger unit. He's a ranger horse.
There you go. You make Dilu ranged and just go to town.
Like Red Hair was a warrior, and I gave him an axe, a pole arm to swing with.
But the whole concept of it is it takes the OG combo allies deck to the next level because of this one regalia that just reads effectively increase your attack by 4.
Yeah.
Because you remember the old trick was you either used the stealth unit or you used the power cell with poison coating oil or the power cells and +2.
Same thing but different.
Same shit, different day.
Yeah. Don't worry, we will.
Poison coating oil was 2. This is 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, power cells were 2 as well, unless you had more. So that's why I said it takes it to the next level, because even without the cat, you still can just take it and just put it on like a Lube or Lubu. Lube. Yeah. You can just put it on Lube, make her distant. She's got range 6 because she's an inherent range 2. So she swings for 8. Wake her up, swing for 8. Ta-da!
Yep.
And we'll any of the decks we're going to talk about, I'm going to be recording a whole bunch of deck lists that I'm going to be releasing over the next week before Boston. So there's a whole bunch of fun things that you'll be able to look at. Things that we've been playing with. I'm going to put that frog list that you put up there. This one's funny. He throws frogs at people. It's really good.
It's a throwback to Braden's old list.
The Carpson Coda?
Yeah.
The funny thing, it destroys aggro.
It's a water aggro deck.
I freaking love the list. I really do, because and again we'll put it up, and it's just funny because it glimpses so much, and it's almost doing kind of like a Pokemon thing where you're just like, you put a bunch of one-ofs in your deck because you glimpse so much. Is as close to tutoring as we're going to get outside of a map. And you have like one-ofs of Snow White in there, and one-ofs of Dahlia in there.
I think you're giving me a little bit too much credit. The one-ofs were because I was building the list to play and adjust it in like 5 minutes and couldn't figure out the last few cards.
I was gonna say, the moment you said one Snow White, I was like, in today's meta?
No, the limbs is to find the codas.
I'm giving you too much credit, I guess. See, I like it. So I thought the glimpse was there so that you could dig for these one-ofs as well.
The one-ofs was because I was lazy.
Oh my god. Don't listen to him. It's actually pretty funny.
Yeah, the list is really fun.
Because when you played those Snow Whites, it actually it delayed your opponent for one turn, and that was enough. And that was good. That was really good. I love that. So
Have you seen the list yet?
I've heard enough. I don't.
Hey, you know what? You gave us birds, so
I won that week.
Yeah, well, now I have fireworks display in my sideboard.
I will say though, everyone at Lazarus has been asking me for that list too.
What? So. Why? Like, why does everyone want the birds list?
Not the birds list. The
frog list. Okay, because everyone was asking for the birds list.
They were.
They heard rumors of it. Steve-O came up with birds and beat everyone. I was like, what?
You know what? I think that's an interesting thing. People want to see lists like this. They don't want to see the same old shit. They want to see.
Everyone's tired of Merlin. Give us something new. Come on,
give us something new. Meanwhile, he's playing Merlin.
Yeah.
And
I took some time off and built a stupid deck. And
yeah, you did build a couple stupid decks, you know. But yeah, with this, keeping a fairly generic sideboard to just kind of shore up the weaknesses that you have in a particular deck. I know I'm sitting there with my stack of 30 cards. I know whenever you put together a sideboard online, you always have you have like 30 cards. Like, all right, any of these.
I send you guys the link, and then I just don't care about the sideboard. I just give you the main.
Yeah.
And the side is always like a one of everything.
It's like, these could be in here.
Yeah.
That's usually what I do too, just not to that extreme.
Yeah.
My brain is very out there.
No, when you start building a deck, it has like 90 cards.
I can't tell you how many times I put together a list because I go through, I sort by like the elements I'm looking at, and I find every single card that I think makes sense, and then I put one of in the main board. And then I do X4 of things that I know I'm going to need X4 of, like Fracture Eyes, for example, or like Dungeon Guide. And then it gets to the point, I look at the list, I was like, oh shit, it's like 150 cards.
Got to be able to shuffle that on your own, man. You can't bring a card shuffler for that.
Consistency? What's that?
Yeah. So, I mean, we already talked about how I've been playing. I've been playing like Luxom for a month. I learned a lot. What decks have you been trying out, Steve?
I think I've brought something new every week. You haven't been here every week, but I think you can tell me. Like I've brought something new every week. I've tried Seal. I really like Seal.
Mm-hmm. Like heavy swing Seal.
Oh yeah. We made the list with just Unga Bunga.
The one you played in Yeti.
Yeah, the one I played in Yeti. But that list actually went 4-0, and that was just Unga Bunga allies with big slams because it turns out swinging for 10 with Inert Sword is good. I built the Seal list with the Obviate trick, which was interesting. It's definitely unique. I played Merlin. I played Fractals today to see if it's still good. I think that's all the time I've had to bring at locals because it's like once a week. I forget what else I've done. I might have done Luxom, maybe.
Yeah.
But.
Did you play that? I think this was on Tabletop Simulator. Did you Fire Daochan at all?
Oh yeah. We played Fire Daochan, but to me, aggro decks are all the same. They're just going about it a slightly different way.
You've been on Merlin pretty consistently.
Yeah, I've been bringing Merlin to locals. Early in the season, I brought Luxom, and then I didn't bring it anymore because I knew everyone was going to pack Regal Inquisition now that I had brought Luxom.
Oh, let me tell you, Regal into Luxom is frickin' brutal.
I think we've established if Regal didn't exist, like if Regal was not printed in this set, Luxom would be tier 0, right?
Luxom would be incredible right now.
Well, I don't know about tier 0, but
it would be like tier 1.
Yeah, it would probably be in contention for best deck in the format.
I think that into Merlin was probably like the biggest. That's probably the biggest and most difficult matchup, at least from my experience into Merlin playing Luxom. And as soon as they put Regals into it, I'm like hosed.
Maybe. It depends because the Ryle package, Merlin gets more accelerated than you do.
Yes, they do.
And the threshold for her being able to kill you sooner went up. So there's like, imagine here's the line for where you die to Merlin. Before, it was like right here. And her ceiling was like, maybe it could get her here. Now the ceiling for her is up here, but it doesn't happen all the time.
It sure felt like it.
But with Regal, it doesn't matter if her ceiling is here because her ceiling could be down here in the game, but Regal just wins the game.
Regal, when you don't have an end cap, feels real bad.
Yeah.
Or they play the Scepter and then you can't.
Yeah, and then you can't
cap it. Yeah. Like I just bye 6 Luxom cards. Womp womp.
Yeah, but then the funny thing is you just play Regal on them and then just have them mill themselves out because they're Crux and they draw 12 cards a turn.
How'd that work out in testing?
I remember testing against you. It was closer than...
It was close.
Yeah, I think Merlin won, but I think didn't I win one of them or no? Okay, but they were close.
They were close.
Yeah. The new seal list, being able to Grim Pistache the Regal Inquisition, basically means you get to play with 8 Regal Inquisitions, which is really funny because you can also Grim Pistache it at fast speed. So if your opponent goes for something on like maybe prereq, you want to do all this crap, and you just like play with 8 Regal Inquisitions and make them mill out. You just don't target you don't target their key cards. You just say, you don't have end caps in the deck. I'm just sending it all back, bud. We're going to do this 5 times in a row.
I mean, DTR gave us a lot of very powerful cards. Ryle, very powerful card. Regal, extremely powerful. Into multiple deck types.
Yep.
And notably for level 3 decks, too.
Yeah. Lots of level 3 strats.
A lot of level 3
strats are eating good.
Peppered Chef. Incredible aggro card.
Yep.
Like
March Hare, you could argue, is pretty powerful, too.
Yeah, I haven't seen someone using him like super optimally yet, but maybe I haven't been paying close enough attention to that. But
I think he'll get better the more we get better Kindle cards.
Yeah.
Right now, I think it's just Dazzling Courtesan is probably the best one, and then if you're playing Daochan, it's Glowering Conflag.
And
Pyre.
There's the one suited unit that has Kindle on it.
Yeah.
Suited is really fun. If you're not prepared for suited, like it can just run you over. However, I feel that suited is fairly disruptible, especially if it's like just playing all the allies. And the problem with suited is as you start to dilute it with cards to prevent or save you from those disruption, you pull less suited cards and it makes it less optimal.
I think when the season started, people were not expecting suited to be as good, and the reason that it showed up as good as it did for a very brief stint is because spot removal was just MIA.
Yeah.
The moment people started realizing, suited pretty good, and you just play spot removal or cleaves, and you're just like, okay. Anyway, back to your regular televised production.
I was for me, I was super excited by Peppered because just being able to sack allies, it's like a better Blazing Bowman.
And it's a 2-cost deal 4.
Yeah. It's a 2-cost deal 4 where Blazing Bowman was
a 3-cost.
3-cost deal 4 plus could be shut off by Lantern.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Peppered Chef, nope, can be shut off by spot removal. But I have plenty of little 1/1s that I can kill.
Especially when you cook the bird too, and then get the bird back.
I love cooking the bird. You can cook the bird. You can cook the wolves. You can cook Rococo.
I love that we have a deck with a bird and a peppered chef, and it's literally just KFC. I think that's the greatest thing about this entire season so far is that we have a deck that's literally just KFC.
I thought we were going to call it something else. What was that chicken place Justin likes?
Oh, nonstop chicken.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
nonstop chicken. Now I want some chicken.
Yeah.
When is New Jersey Regional?
You're gone.
I'm going to be in Akihabara.
You're going to be in. Oh, whoa, that's right. That regional. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Speaking of those powerful cards, what's the most? What is the most powerful card that you've found so far out of
DTR?
Corbin first.
Oh,
yeah.
I know. I wasn't ready for this question.
Yeah. Because I asked this most
powerful in terms of what?
Well, that you found in your place.
How about the most powerful card in each element, including Norn?
Sure. I mean,
not like advanced elements, but just general.
Or just powerful to you.
Yeah.
You know, like what you
give me a list, like top 5.
Like what you've. It doesn't even have to be that many. Just like what card has really changed how you either build decks or how you've been playing right now. And we all know Ryle is kind of insane, but like. I think that there's a lot of very powerful cards that came out with DTR, not just Ryle.
I think the first one that comes to mind is specific to Diana, but Weaving Mana Stream, the floating. Yeah, it just keeps coming back. And
he's not on the Diana train.
it just keeps giving Diana resources.
It's something that like Diana desperately needed.
Yep.
And the fact that it does just keep coming back it's rife for abuse. And like we've seen a lot of really cool What Are Diana lists. They're doing kind of mid at the moment. I feel like the right combination of cards hasn't been quite found yet, but there's so much potential.
Yeah, like the deck's pretty much right now lives and dies by Crestone Archer and Frostborn Paladin.
Yes.
And if you don't see those, or they, any type of removal, and the deck just falls apart.
It kind of feels like if she gets another, ally that plays to her game plan, that, like, even a glimpse ally for her would be pretty fantastic. Just another ranged ally that she can play, like a ranged ally or a glimpse ally or something that gets additional utility that when played. Is going to make her a really good contender at this point.
Because she can still hit for a lot of damage.
Oh my God,
the level
so
2 turns are kind of scary.
Yeah, especially if you're going all the way up to level 3, because then you've got the Astra cards in there that you can just
and the Astra bullets are all 2.
They are all 2. Yep. Anything else coming to mind right now, or
me?
Yeah, either.
Oh, I had time to think.
Go ahead.
The very first 2 cards that come to my mind is Liminal Guide and Regal Inquisition. Those are the only 2 cards in the entire set that actually make me think, well, shoot, I have to build a deck a different way. Or I just can't play this deck. Regal Inquisition means that you can't really play Luxom. You just have to dodge Regals or pray to God you have Incap. And Liminal Guide, out of the entire set, I think Liminal Guide is single-handedly the best card in the entire set. No questions asked. You will not convince me that card is not the best card in the entire set.
Yep.
That card is a non-floating card that might as well read floating because it replaces itself when you level up and draws a card. Like, that's how it's replacing itself. And it gives you a 1/3 body. That means that you can play a level 3 strat, which, as we've mentioned before, either on podcast or off, level 3 strats inherently always had the problem of dealing with the board while they were leveling up. Liminal Guide changes that entirely. There is now a massive difference between getting out a ridiculous 3 Liminal Guides where you can start clearing 3 health allies.
Also, Undying Dreams makes it a 3/3.
Yep.
Or 3/4.
Yep.
Something.
3/5.
3/5.
Yeah, 3/5 for the turn, and then it just stays at 2/4 because that's a buff counter.
That those are hard to remove. I mean, I've gotten beaten down by 3 Liminal Guides on the field.
Yeah. Yeah, because even with Lorraine, if you're just leveling up through Lorraine's path, either version, you can now grab the Inert Sword, and now you have a 1/3 on board and a 2 damage sword that you get to clear a 3 health ally. You never had that before.
Yeah, Inert Sword was a big addition to Lorraine as well.
Yeah, I mean, you could argue you play Forge Light Blade, but you don't want to be dealing 4 damage to yourself when you play against aggro. So that's why Inert Sword is so much better, and obviously the Looking Glass being able to just instantly exist for ghosts later on. Delicious.
It was also specific to fire. Wind Wind was using Bulwark Sword back in the day.
Yep. But hands down, best card is Liminal. I think that card was an honest mistake. I genuinely think that card was a mistake. Ryle, in my opinion, is not the problem. I have no issue with cards reading slightly better than Creative Shock, but they're in their own niche because it has to be Spectres, where you pitch 2 float. That is 100% fine.
Ryle backfires on you, too.
Yep, it can, sure. But the issue to me is liminal. We're getting to the, if we keep printing cards like this, and I say we as if we print them, but if the game keeps printing cards that are effectively reading, this reads like float because it replaces itself when you level up, so it's as if you had used it for float and didn't have to lose a card. Mm-hmm. But you also get a 1/3 body. If we start getting more cards like that and like that mana stream, the mana stream is not an issue because the mana stream just comes in for 1 damage. And it's not a persistent 1 damage that is ever present on the board. That is something that I am more okay with than I am with a 1/3 body just instantly hitting the board and then threatening damage. I don't think that that's necessary. I think it's putting it level 3 strats in the right direction.
Sure.
But I think they're going down, or cards like that are going down a direction that I would rather see pulled back and stayed where it's at. And let's reevaluate the advanced element cards as a whole. Because the advanced element cards as a whole is where I think most of the problem lies for level 3 decks. And my simplest retort to any argument against that is, if it was not the case, we would not have Crux being one of the best level 3 decks again, which Crux has been the best level 3 deck since DOA.
It's Pendragon.
Yeah, because Pendragon exists. Because that is like the premier advanced element card.
Whenever I compare any other ally in an advanced element, I'm like, is this as good as Pendragon?
Yep.
The answer so far has always been no.
I think Carter's been like the closest, right?
Carter is like super specific too.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah. I mean, you play Carter against Luxom, that's doing nothing. Ghost, you still draw off that.
And then when I look at, there's so many other, advanced element allies that have some potential, but then I'm like, but they're not Pendragon.
Yep.
And then I look at the Neos advanced element allies, and I'm like,
oh, I tell you,
Neos would suck.
And it's funny, we always joke about Neos, needing real help.
Yeah.
What was it? One of the locals, I forget Justin or James, one of the two, maybe. One of them was asking me, he was like, well, I tried to make Ryle Kong Ming, and I was like, and then you realize that Terra has literally nothing going for it, right? And he was like, yep. And it's like, we don't even joke about Terra.
No. Well, that's because Terra just...
Yeah, Terra's just... But with all that said, I am definitely a harsh critic, and I want to be very clear, this is definitely a healthier shift for the game, because it's such a wide field, as wide as it is. But stuff like that concerns me because I look at it as writing on the wall. And again, I'm a harsh critic.
Well, they did also say that this was the beginning of their shift towards making more cards that make it level 3 strats very viable, right? So we still haven't seen the rest of the cards that they expect to help us there. Actually, funny enough, some of the cards that I really enjoy, just because Fire doesn't get to see a lot of these types of cards. Mm-hmm. So things like Ember Crypt Burn, I thought was fantastic because that's not something normally Fire was great at dealing with. With things like, there's float in your graveyard.
How do I get rid of it?
I'd had to put raccoons in my deck, which is what I did in FTC.
And that actually worked really well too.
It worked really well. But now I have things like Ember Crypt Burn, which plays to the game plan that I want in Fire Gia. And then there's other things that Fire hasn't really have, like Fire Interference, preventing that burn. Preventing that restore. I had that one game where I knew that my opponent was going to innervate, so I wanted to force the innervate out of them at an inopportune time. So I played that restore to fish it out of their hands. So come on, let's see if you have it, because he had to play it, or else he wouldn't have been able to play it. Yeah. And then.
For context that people don't know, innervates all have a requirement that you have to recover 5. If you have an effect that says you cannot recover, you just cannot play that card.
Right, and then whether he picked Stealth or Spell Shroud, the wind one, I had answers. So he played Stealth, well, then I could just smoke him out and I'd get 4 damage on him. GG.
Honestly, you playing that to fish that out, I'm proud of you.
What's that?
From master to student, I'm proud of you.
I mean, and it was one of those aha moments for me. It's like, all right, he's going to innervate. All right, let's force him. Let's force him to play it now.
Not a lot of people remember that the recover is cost.
It is cost. Yeah. So, and of course, I had mentioned Pepper Chef before. I love that Fire is getting very thematic utility cards that they don't seem overly powerful when you look at them singly, like as a single card, but combined with the rest of the package that a fire deck would have, and like I said, like the Ember Crypt Burn is thematic. It does damage to both players, so that's the cost for playing it. And then removing a card from someone's graveyard. I love that.
Yeah,
I love
rather than just deal 2 to them and that's it.
Yeah. Like there's a cost. There's an additional cost to do it. It lets me play it with low influence because it only costs 2, but I have to take 2 damage because my life is a resource and I'm going to use it all until I'm dead. Personally, I like the direction we're going in, and I think the fact that we have again, we're going to keep saying it. The fact that there's so many decks running rampant right now, Boston will give us should give us a clear direction. I think
if Boston is anything like the regionals, we're still going to have a widespread.
Yeah, it'd be very interesting to see. Like even the Yetis, we were seeing different things pop up in the top lists each time that they were running the Yeti weekly tournaments too.
Oh yeah. Good point.
So we said that we can go to level 3, but there's a lot of aggro going on. So do you think that the level 3 decks are already being a little outshined by some of these more aggressive strategies, or is it just because a lot of those level 3 decks are relying on Ryle to get to level 3, so they're on fire, which means they have limited defensive capabilities?
I feel like allies just in general have been getting more popular. Like, even looking at last season, I feel like there were more allies players than we've typically seen.
Towards the end of the season?
Yeah.
Now, were these coming from new players or were these experienced players?
I think a mix of both.
Yeah,
mix of both. Yeah.
And I think it's just like an easy deck to play.
It is. It's straightforward.
Yeah, you hear that, JC?
Like that. Yeah. Easy deck. Yeah. Simple.
So it's one of those ones like you can pick up and, Henky playing 60 allies, you just throw them down, just swing. Like,
dump them
you're going to
out.
get wins.
Yeah. You are. And it feels good to turn things sideways. I mean, I've always felt it feels good to turn things sideways.
Who knew playing with your cards was fun?
Yeah, right? Instead of just saying draw, pass, draw, pass. Do I have enough to do 30 billion damage to you? Not yet. Draw, go ahead. No, you can't do that. Sorry. It is also very accessible to a lot of the newer players because we've gone over the 20,000 mark on Omnidex, haven't we?
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
The other piece of that is like some of the level 3 strats have a bigger price tag to them.
Yeah.
Like now Liminal Guides, Pendragons,
when you mentioned the price point, like immediately my brain went to Fire Guoja because outside of Arthur and maybe Red Hair Rococo,
even the ones that are some of them have dropped those.
Oh, yeah, Arthur!
Like there's different ways.
Many decks have just dropped Arthur from Gia because
it's too slow.
It's not that it's. Yes, it's too slow. There's a lot of answers to Arthur too. He's a huge target, and he just says "haha, Dream Fairy," and
it's a big tempo loss if they have the answer to it.
It's a huge tempo loss. Yeah. He costs 4, so he feels bad.
He's like a turn 1 play, and if you don't see him turn 1, you're just like, "What am I doing with this?"
My strategy with Gia has always been like the lowest possible cost cards that progress my quest counters. Arthur does not do that.
We're also getting a lot more cards that are effectively 1 cost and resource for 1 damage, which wasn't always the case before. No. Yeah. But in terms of cost, I immediately thought of Fire Guoja because most of the cards in there are cheap.
Yes.
I mean, like ally decks we say are a little simple, but they're also cheap, so they're accessible. Fire Ag, I mean, you can make the KFC deck for like probably under $200.
Yeah, I think the most expensive stuff is going to be the
Vermilion Decrees, right?
The Decrees and the GCR.
Oh yeah, GCR, yeah.
I don't know what Suzaku actually costs right now. Is she $30?
$30 to $40.
Yeah. So like the material deck is where the investment is. But if you're gonna play this game, you probably should get a GCR.
Yeah. It's always tough when you talk about costs with people because I remember someone telling me it's like, it was a Yeti event. I played against someone with a starter deck and they were like, I really need DGs or whatever, and I was like, yeah, I mean, like it sucks, but like what do you want to do? I mean, you either price the decks and games so low that the company doesn't make money so the game can't live, or you just understand the way it works and you just say, okay, I know that I'm going to have to spend $80 on a playset of DGs. You know what? At least you were able to buy them at this price. A couple months ago, a year ago, something like that, weren't DGs like $30 a piece?
Didn't they?
I don't think they ever got that high. I think like 25 was the peak.
Either way, it's like the prices fluctuate, which is why I have this box of DOA right here. Because
Which we're going to open at the end of this podcast. Stay for the end.
Because the this is out of print, and the costs of all these cards, like a single Arthur in here is like $60. Ghost of Pendragon I saw was like up to $80. Like the price on,
nuts.
and this is all TCG player price, so it's inflated. But you know, the prices are going to change, especially what's in meta. I mean,
We'll say that they did reprint Dungeon Guide in A and B.
yeah, they reprinted Dungeon Guide in A and B, but
Which is good.
I'm trying to think like Carter. Carter went down to maybe like $40 at one point, and then the moment it got teased that we were getting a Guardian Umbra, straight up.
Yeah.
So it's like,
And he was just reprinted too.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
But he's UR.
yeah. So
It's
obviously,
also, like a
hope for
lot of the
reprints,
player
but-
base opened first ed, so like the Ultra Wave, like not a lot of people are opening Ultra.
No, not a lot of people were. So there's plenty in stock, so you can still open your cards. So
I'm still looking for FTC packs. Every store we go to, like the AU one, where we get store credit or whatever.
they're out.
Yeah, I know. It's like every time I get a chance, I'm buying FTC packs because I know that there's going to be good stuff in there.
Yeah, no. If I see anyone with, if I see any store with FTC box, I buy a box immediately of FTC.
Yeah.
So there's so many directions to go in. You already seem to know what you're going to play at Boston.
I keep telling the team I'm like 85% on Merlin, like barring some big discovery that, you know, has a really good win rate, but
This guy.
yeah.
He's scared after that. Like, he may have high roll, but he's thinking, shit, I almost lost both these, and I opened the nuts.
But he did just buy he just bought the CSR Merlin.
I mean, I'm playing Merlin every weekend.
Yeah.
You got to remember, he bought the CSR Tristans, and then when we went to Chicago, we were like, or no, it wasn't Chicago. It was like the next.
Did
one.
you ever play with those CSR
At a major
Yeah,
event?
Not
think so.
at a major event.
Yeah.
They just
I
look
think
nice.
I was gonna take it to one of the regionals, but we ended up taking Philo and then Nico.
Oh yeah, that's too. Yeah.
And then after that, I remember playing one Tristan Mirror, and it was just brutal.
I just didn't want to do it. Yeah.
I
like,
remember that. Yeah,
even
the
now,
Tristan Mirror ruined you.
Yeah. I've played Tristan like once or twice every season, and I go to time every time. I'm like, this just like I don't want to go to time every game.
I tried playing Tristan for a while too, and that's kind of how I felt. I didn't particularly love playing it.
Yep.
I thought that she's very cool. I like exactly what she does. I don't particularly love piloting it though.
Yep.
So, yeah.
But the funny thing is, I can finish win Luxom matches in like 30 minutes.
Yeah, you seem to know that off the back. You just
I play Grand Archive to play less Grand Archive.
Yeah.
Let's get that
Yes.
straight.
Why do you think I play aggro? 10 minutes, we're done.
Yeah.
Let's go get a snack. You're still fairly undecided right now.
Oh my god. I don't know if I'm gonna wait, it's Boston, so we're driving up, so I can bring like a lot of stuff, but this week is just gonna be a nightmare. I have so many decks that I've physically made. I think I have a pile of cards I have to sort that's like this big. And it's all just decks that I put together. And I was like,
because I've been building so many decks, not only just for content, but also just to test and try. Like I never had enough time to take apart all the old decks from last season. So I finally just finished unsleeving all of those decks, and I now finally sorted all the piles, and they're just sitting on my desk in set piles for me to put back into the binders and into the cubbies and all that whatnot. But like, I've been building new decks and saying, I know I have a playset of this. Oh, it's in those piles. I got to go through the piles.
I keep telling myself I want to play like or have one or two decks and that's it. Because I hate making decks and then taking them apart. It's so time consuming.
You don't even sleeve your decks though.
That's why I don't.
Yeah,
because
that's
it's so
I'm
time consuming.
with him. That's why I only play like one or two decks in format.
Yeah, because like
He's sitting here double sleeving every deck.
Yeah, if I just have these two, I don't have to do anything else with like the cards I have. But this format, if this format tells you anything, I mean, like even me, the guy who wants to keep his decks totals limited because he hates making decks and taking them apart, I'm making like 7 different decks physically because I don't know. I genuinely don't know. And all the testing that's been done, albeit I don't think I've tested as much. No, that's not true. I want to say I've probably tested about the same that I did for some other ascents for the first ascent of the set. But I am just lost. I have no clue what's going to work because you mentioned before sideboard for your meta. How do you sideboard for this? You can't. You just can't. And I cannot get my head around the fact that I just have to take the L if I play this matchup. Because I hate that. I hate the fact that I would run into a 70-30 in my opponent's favor. I don't like it.
Doesn't that make for a sign of a healthy meta, though, that you always have
a
absolutely.
Boogeyman?
Like you have a boogeyman, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Which is why I was always a fan of fractals, because even fractals, as powerful as they were, it was a huge skill def. Even if you played against the decks that were designed to beat it, you could still beat it with like proper draws, proper play, assuming your both opponents are doing that. And it would just come down to maybe like 1 or 2 card differences on what they drew or what their deck choices were. Like those Win Luxom lists that went with the Verticross Decree to flicker the Mystic Purifier and blow up a Fractal. If they weren't on that, I would have been fine. But that was a skill.
That was smart.
Yeah, that was a skill that was brought in that was outside of the game that we were playing. So it is definitely a sign of a healthy meta, but it is not a sign for my healthy mental state because I have no clue what I'm doing and I'm freaking out, man.
I mean, for all the fact that you didn't want me playing aggro, I very much might be playing aggro at Boston.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, you got out of the training what I wanted you to get out of it, at least, if anything, and you're already showing it in your aggro play because you've already noticed your own thinking and thought lines being different.
There's also a possibility of playing Merlin too.
Yeah,
I enjoyed playing Merlin quite a bit.
And to be fair, I think Merlin's probably one of the easier level 3 decks to play.
Sure.
She's definitely not the easiest by any stretch of the imagination, but she's like up there in terms of easy.
I hear you just draw Pendragon and win, right?
I swear to God, every Merlin player, every Crux player just has double ghosts or A ghosts in their hand.
You saw that picture I sent to you from AU of triple ghosts, right?
Yeah.
Just one after another off the top.
Couldn't play it before without the looking glass, but what was your thing, like skipping or something?
What? It's not skipping.
Oh, I just saw it go fuzzy.
Are your eyes okay?
You're fuzzy. Are you blacking out?
Oh yeah, I hate that. 3-hour drive. Like I would only drive it 3 hours if it was like multiples of you coming, because it's less incentive for me to go because I'd rather have one of us get it. But yeah.
But if you're going, there's less incentive for us to go.
No, there's more incentive.
No, then we split it.
Yeah.
Then we split it. Okay. Yeah.
I will never forget going to New Jersey with Corbin, and both of us were in the top 4, and we I think we
ID'd in the top 4.
Well, we were the finals match of Swiss, and then they cut the top 4. And we made it. We ID'd, so this way here he would play 4th seed, I would play 3rd seed, and if both of us won, we would be in the finals, and we get to go home early.
Right, because one person just concedes.
Yeah, and that was exactly what we did. And I remember like screaming over to Corbin's, like, because he's like 2-3 tables down the line. He's like, "Are you winning?" Yeah.
I remember that was a rough one.
Yeah, you were playing Rye into Merlin.
My
and that
first
was
day
rough.
ever playing Rye.
Yeah, first day ever playing Rye, and then I was playing Luxom against JC, and I had no light weavers, but I had like 3 or 4 Luxom sites, and I was like, I'm trying to win. I don't have the cards to kill him.
The Luxom curse.
Yeah, and he just said, I mean, he knew the writing was on the wall, but it was just like
he wanted you to get there.
It's like watching paint dry. Yeah,
it really is.
Yeah,
and then your opponent just looks miserable because they know they're dead.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a lot of that expression
with Luxom.
With playing Luxom, it's like they know the inevitable is coming, but I don't have the kill line yet, so they just have to wait.
That's why you concede. See, that's what players don't understand. You have to concede. I had players at Nats, and not this recent Nats, but the first Nats that we've had, I had players concede because they knew it was over. And I was like, thank you. You understand it.
Right, because they know that if they're going to have any chance to win, they need more. They need the time.
Mm-hmm.
And if the writing is on the wall with Luxom,
they're hurting themselves because we go to game 2, and then if we go to time, I just win.
You do.
Yeah.
Because you're just going to play to not die.
Yeah, exactly.
And Luxom's really good at playing to not die.
Who knew?
So besides Boston, there's also Niagara Falls. That's our up in Canada. So I think y'all are going to that one too.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Get the Banish Zone bus.
Yeah, it looks like you guys are getting a minivan, right?
Good lord.
Too many people.
Too many people.
Cooks.
With the change in the camera, this microphone now looks like it's the size of Corbin's head.
No, that is his neck.
Yeah.
Don't let it fool you. That is his neck.
That is that. Yeah, your neck is just a microphone. Yeah. So we have Boston and Niagara for
Ascents.
big ascents. You're going to Akihabara, right?
Yep. I am gonna have fun in Japan.
That's pretty cool. Get my son some Pokemon cards while you're there.
If I can find out where they are, yeah, sure.
Okay.
They're probably in every store around the corner.
I'm just pretty sure they just hand them to you when you get into
Japan. Like I said, I don't speak English isn't even my best language, and
No,
English
I
is
can
the
tell
only
you're-
thing I know how to speak.
we can barely understand what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. You think I'm gonna stand any chance in Japan?
No.
They're like, oh, Yoshimasa. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what? I don't know. No habla inglés.
Oh my goodness.
I will be a fish out of water for sure.
And we lost our translator.
Who? What?
Nicole was
Nicole's
supposed to go
not
with the
going
group
out
and
to
translate.
Oh my god, yeah, I know. Now I'm gonna have to rely on.
Google?
Yeah, pretty much. my work did finally purchase accounts to ChatGPT, so I might just set up an expert and say translate Japanese for me, and I'm just gonna hold my phone around.
I mean, it could work.
It could, yeah.
It could work. So there's also a bunch of regionals happening around here during Akihabara. The one in New Jersey is happening. Right? That's the one that's happening? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you won't be
I
there.
will not be here for Nonstop Chicken, which means I will be going to their store champs if it's on a Saturday.
I think
I'll let you
They're
know
usually
right
on
now.
Sundays.
I thought it was on a Monday this year.
Oh.
Oh,
I don't know. I can't reach the
Unless
can't
they
reach
just
the
did their-
calendar right now.
Maybe they just did their dates wrong because their
Maybe.
regionals is on a Sunday this year.
I don't. You know what?
You eat Nonstop Chicken in my place, please.
I will.
I'm craving it.
It's one thing that Corbin will eat.
You need to go.
I eat anything.
You need
You
to
don't
go
eat cheese.
I don't eat cheese, but that's
No, but you still
specific.
need to eat it. You're the only person that's gone to the New Jersey regionals and has yet to eat Nonstop Chicken. And it
But there's
kills me.
the chicken place next.
No, Nonstop Chicken.
Yes,
you go to
Nonstop
Nonstop.
Chicken.
Take his ass to Nonstop Chicken.
You're going
when
to
he goes.
Nonstop Chicken.
I guess I'm going to Nonstop Chicken.
This video is sponsored by Nonstop
This
Chicken.
No,
video-
Nonstop Suzaku.
But yeah, this set, this season or whatever. I think this is probably maybe this is because the past season I couldn't go to all this stuff. I look at the calendar and I'm like, oh, that's a lot of
a
stuff.
lot of
There's
travel.
a lot of travel. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the first time we've had 2 ascents show up on the same calendar month.
Are you going to go to Michigan? Because the Michigan regionals, like the Banish Zone Regional, has a cash prize. I hear it's up to a 2K now, right?
I mean, I was just planning on going because
You were going,
I
yeah.
hop in someone's car and they drive me places.
Right.
I'm hoping to do the same.
You're gonna go to Michigan?
I
Hop in someone's car.
yeah, hop in someone's car. It might be a stranger.
Hey, you going to Michigan?
We could look at Uber prices.
Oh my God! Holy shit! No.
But no, we also have planned content to do with some of the True Champ guys.
Oh really?
Yep.
Very nice.
Well, at least he set it up. He spoke to Isaac.
I mean, we didn't set anything up. I said, hey, we should do something during the regionals.
We're gonna
They
do
said, sure.
something.
So,
If we go, we're
yeah.
gonna do something.
Yeah.
For their podcast?
No, for both of ours.
Yeah, for both
We'll
of ours.
record stuff for both of us.
Sweet.
Oh, you think this is a one-way ticket? No.
I mean, I don't know. Who the hell are we?
I mean, we are getting
I
over
think-
3,000 views on our podcast, so clearly we're
are.
the better podcast here. Look, all right, shade. I'm throwing shade. We're not locked behind a Patreon.
I'm not managing a Patreon. Also, I'm not putting out as much content as they are. Holy
No,
shit.
we're not. Yeah,
Holy shit! are
they do it
putting
like a
on?
freaking full-time. I think it's Isaac's full-time job now.
I'm pretty sure he's really trying to focus on it.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
I
What
love
they
that.
they
That's
said
awesome.
they were focused on content this year instead of being competitive with stuff. And let me tell you, man, yeah, they are. They are pumping it out.
Yeah, they really are. We also have coming up at the Banish Zone, the Academy. We're doing 4 weeks every weekend in September. The Academy program is being run at the Banish Zone here, where we get to teach new players how to play. And if you are already a player of Grand Archive, bring a friend, and you'll get yourself some referral packs. We'll be doing both Saturday and Sunday. I'll be here on Saturdays. Corbin will be running it on Sundays. Yeah. I mean, if you're local, bring a friend. If you can, I don't know, a lot of people drive an hour to get here. Kidnap a friend. Steve, you have friends, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, bring them.
the friend I actually taught that one night. I was hearing something. It's the ghosts. The friend I was teaching last weekend, he actually messaged me yesterday.
Yeah.
And said that his buddy at work, he got him hooked on GA just by explaining and relaying what he experienced from the gameplay with me and the time I spent at his house when we were playing a little bit. He said literally just describing the gameplay and the mechanics got him hooked.
Well, did you let him know about our academy?
I did not realize that because I live under a rock, but I will let him know. It's funny you say it because the next time that both him and his buddy, because their schedules aren't the best to come every Saturday.
Yeah.
The first time that they're both off on Saturday that they're going to come up, because this guy's from like the Delaware area.
Oh wow.
Not my friend, but his friend.
Yeah.
They were planning on coming up, I think, the first weekend of September or the second weekend of September.
Fantastic.
Yeah, which is unfortunate if I go to the Michigan Regional because I won't be here.
Right.
But obviously you're going to be here, so you can just teach him.
Yep. Either Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah, give him all of my referral packs.
1 to 5, sure. Make sure that they list you as a referral.
Yep.
I believe, don't quote me on this, I believe it's 3 packs for a referral. Yeah, and like 5 or 6.
6.
For signing up for Omnidex.
Neither of them have signed up for Omnidex. I haven't even explained it.
Don't make them wait so they get their free packs.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll let them know, like, hey, just make sure you guys show up. You guys are going to get some free stuff.
Yeah. And tell them to bring as many people as possible. Like, again, free stuff for everyone.
Yeah.
Free demo decks. And then at the end, there's going to be a starter deck tournament in October, the first weekend of October. And then that flows right into our regional here at the Banish Zone.
We're not having one at the end of the season.
It's not at the end. Our championship is at the end of the season.
I know, I saw that.
Yeah. Something had to give.
Yeah.
So the Banish Zone Regional is going to be a 2K, of course. We had 87 people buy tickets last time. Tickets are on sale now. There is a QR code on the screen as you're looking at this right now. Why don't you buy your ticket for the Banish Zone 2K? And because we had 87 people last time, they actually increased it to a 2.5K.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's because the first time they did a cash prize, we had like, what, 60-something?
Yeah, we had
63?
63 or something like that. We had more signed up, and then a bunch of people were like
unable to come.
They were unable to come. One person got into a car accident. It was rough. We had like 67 people buy tickets, and a bunch of them couldn't make it.
Yeah, so we went up by 20.
Yeah. So
let's hit triple digits this time, people. Let's up those numbers.
Let's see if we can get over 100 because we can cram 100 people in here. Yeah,
easily.
Right here in the game zone.
Yeah, the game zone.
The game zone.
Not the basement. The game zone.
See, it's purple.
Yeah. We will take over this entire store. It'll be entirely just for GA. We always feed people. Sadly, we will not have an artist this time because
what happened to Lick Yugi?
They're moving. They're moving out of Pennsylvania. Yeah, it's sad.
Why? Pennsylvania's a great place.
I think they're going to the Netherlands.
Steve will be here drawing a bunch of stuff.
I will. Okay, I will actually set up a booth and give you my chicken scratch if you people want it.
I am going to try and find another artist, but it is short notice, so I don't think I'll have one this time. A real artist, not Steve.
Whoa. I am an artiste. Oh, maybe I misspoke and said autist.
There you go. But we'll feed everyone. We always feed everyone. And there'll be a bunch of giveaways. I think I'm either going to get one of those spinning wheels or a pachinko machine where you drop it in and then the little disc falls all the way down.
Here. That's actually a great idea because I think one of the issues the past 2 regionals was people were like, oh, I hope this is still up there because we just let them pick. If you were the first person to go, you got to pick from the cream of the crop.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. So I was thinking about putting like one of those boards where you basically drop a disc down and it falls in, and whatever it lands in, that's what you get.
That's pretty cool.
So it's going to be there's going to be a ton of packs. There'll probably be some of the special packs for regionals as well.
Mm-hmm.
That will give away a bunch of event packs, and we'll be giving away deck boxes because I know I'm going to have extra deck boxes. Play mats. I know you have a crap ton of play mats you want to give away.
Well, I already donated like 7 of them to the store at least.
Oh yeah, so we have plenty of stuff to give away. Mm-hmm. So again, make sure to buy your ticket for the Banish Zone Regional. it is right here up on your screen right now. So it's either like here, maybe it's here, maybe it's moving. Oh,
Maybe
no,
it's
wait, I
over
can't
there.
go this way.
You just put it over my face.
We're just gonna, all right, you know what? It's just going to be right on Corbin's face, right here. That QR code, right there. Buy your tickets. I hope to see you all there. Let's try and get us 100+ people. I think it'll be a fantastic time for everyone. So I guess we're going to move on to opening this box of Grand Archive here. Dawn of
CSR Merlin.
Ashes.
CSR Merlin.
You know it's not going to be a CSR.
CUR Lorraine.
That's not a first edition box.
Don't dash my dreams.
I guess we're going to end this before we go to this. You still flipping a coin?
Oh yeah.
Right.
Is that even a question? Yes.
In coin we trust.
I'm undecided. There's no reason not to.
In coin we trust. All right. Let's open this up. All right.
All right. But yeah, so like in terms of the costs, like you always make your money back on this, especially if you start winning. Like you imagine like Caven, right? Caven's won or topped multiple cents.
Yeah.
You get so much value, and this is after they've spread it out. All right, let's see what do we got here. Obviously, the commons. I don't care about anything other than rares and higher because I never actually opened a lot of DOA. Yeah, David, feel free to open a pack if you want.
Do you remember when we were opening the box at Nats? And I kept like randomly picking out packs and hit a CSR for you. And you were like, how did you know it was in there?
You were a magic man, I guess.
And then I was just picking out the Diana packs.
Okay, yeah. See, like Lightweaver's like right now, DOA, this box cost me $90. Plus tax, whatever the tax was. Lightweaver's Assault, you said, was what, like 30? Dream Fairies are like 10, aren't they?
Something like that.
So it's like if you sold each individual card, you're making bank here. Foil black market broker.
That's
like
nice.
this is a
There we
good
go. I
art.
pulled you a Merlin.
Oh, there's like, dude, even Beseech the Winds right now is going up in price because of all the wind decks that are using it.
I don't know what Hasty is, but
I don't need a rare.
You don't need a rare.
Well, Hasty was reprinted in A and B.
oh, that's true.
Yeah, so she's not as much. Yeah, we need the rares and higher. Immolation Trap. Like, Immolation Trap's not a terrible card.
You regret everything.
Oh, I do regret everything. Do I regret
What was
buying
it?
this box? Or regret?
Oh.
Watch Corbin not even be in view.
I make sure I am every time it's like right in the corner.
I got another Merlin.
Out of focus in the corner.
Yeah.
Snow Fairy. Snow Fairy's always pretty solid. So, two foils on this side of the box. Isn't that like abnormal? Don't they usually put one foil in each section?
I think it's completely random.
Is it?
Yeah.
I feel like every time I've opened boxes looking for foils.
Oh, Bestial Frenzy is pretty good.
Yeah, actually that might be my fourth.
Yeah, I still only have 3.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, you don't need 4. I'll take that lantern. Yep, we'll take that.
There you go, the best sweep.
All foil Persian Flames. Okay, so in terms of foiling, this box sucked. No good foilies.
You are yet?
Ascension's not bad. I think I still have the non-foil Ascension Nats promos from first Nats. Spirit's Blessing is kind of poo-poo. No, I don't think we had a UR yet. Oh, that's the worst super rare. Come on. People train in the back.
Choo-choo.
Oh god, these super rares are
That one has to have the UR, right?
No, there's
Oh, one of these two.
one of these two packs has to have the UR. It might be David's. Yep. Oh! See what, and GCR is like $80. There we go. All right, see, the box paid for itself. Yeah, so like in terms of the box, even if I didn't pull a GCR, these super rares, albeit, did kind of suck.
You didn't get an advent.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. That's fair. Like even just Dream Fairy and the Lightweavers and Beseech, like these 3 cards, $30, $10, and then like maybe $30. And maybe David can put on the video of like the actual price tag of these.
I'm not editing that much.
That's fine.
I'm too lazy.
But like
I'm looking up Beseech because those have been all over the place lately.
yeah, see what Beseech is at, because I know Beseech is going up in price because of its usage.
Now, Corbin, you go buy a box.
Yeah.
If you want to hear more of Careful Study, make sure to subscribe and ding that bell to be notified when we post.